Welcome back to another episode of the Highly Anticipated Podcast. I'm your host, Josh Raphael, and today I have an interview with the one and only Mr. Daquan Bailey Brown. How you doing today?
What's good, Jay? How you doing, brother?
So, man, look, a lot of people know you. You've been on ESPN. You've had highlights on ESPN. People know you as a speed guy. You're a wide receiver at Southern Miss. You have a lot going for you. But people don't really know the journey that it took for you to get to where you are. All people see is they see your workout videos, they see your highlights, they see you doing insane things, but nobody really knows exactly everything that you endured just to get to this spot. And you're not even done yet. That's the craziest thing. So,
Yeah.
I'm here today to kind of give the audience an insight on what you've been through to get to where you are, and kind of what your trials and tribulations did to help make you to the man you are. So, one of my first questions for you is, what made you decide to pick up a football and play football?
Well, I got to be honest. Back in the day, my best friend Terrence, he was the football player. I was the one that was scared. You feel me?
Mhm.
I ain't want to get hit. I ain't like the idea of it. But I put on some pads one day and I said, you know what? I'm about to play. Put them on. My first couple years was real shaky. It was my 8th grade year when I really hit my peak. I was scoring 4 to 5 touchdowns a game, rushing for 300, and then from there it just took off.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, when did you realize that, I'm good at this? Like, I think I can go somewhere with this.
Um, it was around 8th grade year was the year I knew that I could actually do something. I
Mhm.
always model my game off of Tavon Austin's my favorite player.
Yeah.
Every day before practice or before a game, I'm watching the highlights, the 8 to 9 minutes highlights of him just juking people, running around people, and I was always fast. Since I was real little, like 4 or 5, I was always fast. I was always beating all the kids at races in the first grade, second grade, third grade. But 8th grade year is when I really knew that I was really good. And then going on to freshman year, um, and being in New Jersey, sports is not as big as in Florida. But
Mhm.
I took it real serious. I put my head down. I just grind. That's all I knew how to do. And then next thing I'm D1.
Yeah. So, tell me a little bit about, because I don't think a lot of people don't really know that, you came from Jersey. You wasn't always a Florida boy. But
Yeah.
so tell me about how that transition was when you transferred to Stoneman Douglas and you moved to Florida and started playing football in Florida for the first time.
Well, I remember my dad asking me, he's like, "Hey, you want to move to Florida?" And I'm like, "No," like because all my friends here. I want to graduate with them later. I'm running track. I'm getting a couple interests from track. So I'm thinking football at the time because in New Jersey, I wasn't getting the chance I had. So, I kind of just took a leap of faith and said, you know what, I'm gonna just go. Went to Douglas. I actually was looking at a lot of schools before, Coral Gables, Coral Springs High. When I ran into Douglas, I met Coach May, and ever since then I just fell in love with it, man. It was different, a lot of the guys they evolved around me. I'm always the
Mhm.
talkative guy. I'm real cool. I'm never gonna hate on nobody. So you feel me?
Yeah.
I did my thing. I just fit in this. I fit in the best way I could, and just did my thing from there.
Yeah. And so walk me through kind of like your senior year, because your senior year is really where, you started getting looks from everywhere. That's when you really started busting out the scene. I remember, I believe you played Boyd Anderson and you had a heck of the game. And I believe Boyd Anderson had a player that was committed to Alabama on that team at safety too. So
Yeah.
you was doing a lot of crazy things. So kind of walk me through your senior year, that season, and just from a football aspect.
Okay, so let's backtrack. Uh, when junior was over, the summer of senior year is when the grind really began for me, like
Mhm.
crazy. I'm at Mullins Park every day,
Yeah.
like 3 times a day. And people might ask me, like, how you putting your body through all that pressure? I'm like, it's work. You feel me? In order to be the best, you gotta work overtime.
Yeah.
That's one thing that sticks with me, because in order to be the best, you do have to work overtime. A lot of people just think that you just gonna make it. That's not how it is. Especially, the audience don't know. Me and Josh, we really go through the same thing, through the same seasons. So one thing about it is that it's just work. But yeah, senior year, it was something special, man. I did my thing. I had like 10 touchdowns. I think I had like 700 some yards, 50 some receptions. I was doing my thing. Boyd Anderson was my favorite game. I I remember that game vividly, man. I took like a jet sweep, like 65 yards.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was moving, man. I zoomed past them, and I think that's when I really showcased my speed.
Yeah.
I've always been a speedster, like I said, but one thing about it's when you playing fast, man, and nobody can catch you, it's real difficult. So, but yeah, I had a great game against Boyd Anderson, and then also I started getting a lot of interest my senior year too. But I got around 20 to 25 JUCO offers towards the season, and then yeah, man, I just put my all my trust in God at the time. I was running track with Jay. We was doing our thing. But yeah, man, senior year was a movie for sure.
So look, so right now, like we're at senior year, and you're at a high right now. You feeling good, everything's going good, and then the trials and tribulations start coming, and you're finding out like, dang, maybe I can't go Division I now because you with your grades and things of that nature. And what's going through your head? Like you're thinking like you're a Division I caliber player, that you showcased it. But then the fact that that you may have had to go to a junior college, like what was going through your head during that whole process?
Man, I had all the schools. Like so many people do not even know. I had, man, USF, UCF, FAU. I had all the Florida schools contacting me, but not being eligible to play D1, it was tough because I'm known I can play with the big boys at this point. But that wasn't God's plan at the time. Because I wasn't ready. I don't feel like either because receiving all those JUCO offers, man, it was still a blessing. It might have been D1, but it was still a blessing because someone took out their time, took out some money for me, for me to go ball with somebody else. So, I always knew I was going to go D1. I always kept my nose clean, never got in any trouble, never got arrested, none of that kind of thing. You feel me? Never did any type of drugs, never did anything like that to put myself in a position not to be there. You feel me?
Sure.
What I really did was I just prayed, with you, bro. You know the times, man. We was praying every single day, man. Just wanting God to make a way for me and you. So, I kept praying, and then, next thing you know, I get an offer from Dodge City. And man, Dodge City, man, a lot of people don't know, but it's tough out there, man. It's tough. My first year was very, very shaky. I thought I was gonna go in there. I was big headed. God humbled me real quick. I was gonna go in there, and I thought I was gonna just play. Like, nah, that's not how it works. Everybody on the same type of goal as you. Everyone want to make it out. You feel me? The whole point of going JUCO is to go bigger than where you was at, no matter if that's D2, D3. You feel me? You want to get out of there and hopefully have another scholarship more than what the scholarship you had in the previous year. So yeah, man, I go to first year, man. The roughest time, man. For all the athletes that's watching this, bro, it don't matter what you do, how hard you work, but if that schoolroom is not taken care of, man, it's over with. Like, actually, like, go to school, take care of the books first, and then the athletic part will take care of itself. Because I was big headed. I went JUCO first year. I thought I was gonna do everything, blah blah blah. Nah, God humbled me real quick. I was out of school for 6 months.
So talk to me about that a little bit though, before we kind of talk to me about that 6 months. That because you ended up you left your junior college, you went back home, after obviously football wasn't really going. Talk to me about that time, because you could have just gave up. You could have just said, look, bro, this ain't for me. Like, I'm done. Like, I don't gotta deal with all this football stuff. So talk to me about those 6 months and how hard it was, and what made you decide, look, this is what I want to do, and no matter what keeps getting thrown at me, I'm gonna keep going.
Well, it was real tough because I had my family as much as, what I'm saying? Like, I never had the big family support. People kind of just popped in my life when I started when the football aspect was looking good, but when it was looking bad, everyone dispersed, even friends, you feel me? But going home, man, it was tough. I had to get a job. My parents made me pay bills. I had to do what I had to do. I'm being a man at this point. Football's not looking too well. And I was asking myself, man, like, why me? I put in all this work senior year. I put on this work all my football career, and just coming down to a waste, man. And I don't know, something about me, man. I know what work is. I know what it takes. You know what I'm saying? So I put in a lot of work those 6 months. I was working, feeding myself, making sure I was getting right, paying my own bills. And then I was like, you know what, man, like I feel like I can still make it somehow.
Yeah.
So, I'm at the park one day. Everybody knows I can do backflips. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at the park one day. I'm like, hey, Tyler, throw this ball right here real quick.
Yeah.
And I do this backflip catch, and I'm like, okay, all right, throw it one more time. I do it.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I got ESPN desk hit me up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where I got all these schools kind of contacting me back. And it was really a blessing, and I had someone by my side, my fiance, Pamela. She was actually encouraging me every single day. Like, baby, you can do this. Keep going. She's amazing, man. That person right there, she kept me in a good path, because I wanted to quit. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta be honest. I wanted to quit. I'm like, man, maybe it's not for me. God removed me, so maybe I should go. But one thing about God is that you got to work on it's on His time. It's not on your time. And I truly understood that, because when I was going through all the things I was going through, God was literally placing so many blessings in disguise in front of me. I just didn't see Him at first.
Yeah.
So like doing the backflip catch, getting all these.
Gotcha.
My bad, Jay. You good?
Gotcha.
Getting all these, doing my things.
And I mean, look, for anyone else watching this, bro, that's just a testament. Just the fact, like, your back was against the wall, and you could have gave up, you could have quit, and you just kept going, and that's just a testament to just never giving up. Because one thing about God is, look, man, like, what's meant for you always gonna be for you. Even though sometimes you like, look, I'm gonna give up, and he's gonna keep showing you, like, look, it ain't time to give up yet. You gotta keep going. Mm-hmm. So fast forward through that, you play your first year of college football, at Dodge City. I wouldn't say it was like a bad year, but it was just like, kind of just like, okay, like, I'm here now. I'm just here. I'm playing. Obviously I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I'm here now. And then your sophomore year, you just come out on the scene. Like, you get all these accolades, you get all these awards. Talk to me about that. Just the feeling of knowing that you went through so much, and knowing that you endured so much, and the feeling of finally getting the recognition that you deserve, and finally, getting the playing time you deserve, and making all these crazy plays. Like, just talk to me about your sophomore year.
Sophomore year was the year I knew that something had to shake. Like, I knew it. But, this came with preparation, though. Mm-hmm. It started in the spring. I'm waking up 6 a.m. I'm working out, doing a stair workout, doing a push-up workout. Then I'm going to class. Then I'm going to my football workout. And I'm coming back after class, doing my homework, and then working again by myself. I'm doing 3 workouts every single day for 3 months straight.
Yep. Every
single day. And that's the one thing people don't ever see, the work behind the scenes. You feel me? But if you want to be great, you're going to work. Like, that's all it takes. It just takes work. It just takes hard work, dedication, and patience. Because at the end of the day, like I said, like, it's all in God's time. And I had to understand that. I understand that for a long time. But yeah, man, sophomore year was something special. All the times I put in all that hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears. I came out there every single game, and I just put my heart on the line for my team. Mm-hmm. Granted, we didn't win a game. I still came down. I'm an All-American. I won the best receiver award in my conference. I won the Player of the Year. Like, I'm doing my thing. Co-offensive Player of the Year. I'm doing everything that I had to. But the reason why I even came closer, got those achievements, was because I was working hard. Yeah. I'm doing my thing. My first game, I'm going like 191, 2 touchdowns. Like, I'm doing my thing. I was leading the whole NCAA, the Juco conference in yards the first game. Yeah. Like, I didn't even know I was going to do it. You feel me? But sure. I knew with the dedication, what it came with, practicing my releases, running hills, hitting the weight room when no one hitting it. That's where I was molded, to be Daquan. Sure. People do that, but it's really just work, man. Like, people wanted to be handed it to them. You feel me, Jay? Like, that's what people want. They want, like, you know what, coach is just gonna give it to me. It don't work like that. You feel me? And also, bro, not to being on this topic, being a Black man in America too, it's hard out here. You feel me? So we always get the recognition that we want. But one thing I know, that eye in the sky see everything, bro. You feel me? He saw me work. That's why I got blessed. I didn't get blessed just because. Mm-hmm. You feel me? First USF, my first offer, first. And man, I committed on the spot.
I was about to say that. So, like, obviously you committed there, like, You committed
Yeah.
there pretty early. You know, I believe they offered you and you just said, look, I'm committing. So then obviously, you know, you ended up decommitting. So talk to us a little bit why did you decide to decommit? First of all, why did you decide to commit so soon and
Okay.
then
Yeah.
obviously decommit after?
So basically, it was senior year. Going back to senior year, I was at a 7-on-7. Um, all the USF staff was just watching this game. We made it to like the semifinals. Everyone was watching it. I
Mhm.
go up for like a go ball. I take the ball for three people's head, like just snatched it off.
Mhm.
USF coach. I didn't even get to go back to the huddle to talk to my coach. He's like, "What grade you in? What's your grades like?" You feel me? Talking to me, and and it's sickening because I'm sitting here like, I don't got the grades, coach. And he just says, he goes, "You're a broken record." That's what he said to me, and I was like, "Damn,
Wow.
broken record." But one thing I knew about USF though is I fell in love with the school. I fell in love with all the coaches at the time. I talked to everyone, before it even happened.
Mhm.
And when USF, I was in math class. I get a call from my coach Gino. He goes, "Yo, Daquan, USF wants to talk to you." I'm like, "What?" I start getting flashbacks just thinking about when I lost the three kids. Get on the phone. He says, "Daquan, how would you feel if I say you have a full ride to USF?"
Mhm.
I dropped my phone. Like Jay, it was that like, bro. I
Yeah.
remember even calling after. Like I dropped my
Okay.
phone. I'm like, coach, I would love to play for you because that's the school I wanted to be at initially.
Yeah.
I they're really really early, somewhere around June, I think. And when I was committed there, like a lot of people were even acting kind of weird about it too. Like, why would you commit to USF? But I knew what I wanted for me. I wasn't worried about what they wanted. I was worried about what I wanted.
For
That's
sure.
what people understand too, is what you want, not what your family wants, not what your friends want, but what you want.
For sure.
So yeah, I'm committed there. I'm loving the school. I talk to the coaches every day. Next thing you know, Strong gets fired, and I'm like, and that's I took a visit, me and my dad, my mom, and we love Charlie Strong. He's a good coach.
Mhm.
He was making sure he was looking out for all the players. Everything that I wanted as far as becoming a better man, he could provide for me some type of way. Whether it was that talking to me, coaching, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And when he got fired, I was like, man, I can't go there because I don't want
Yeah.
to be with these new I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to be with that didn't recruit me. So I decommitted, opened my recruitment back up, and then I'm getting more offers. As soon as I decommit, it's like I get like maybe 25 calls. From
Yeah.
FCS, FBS, and it was a spark. I felt good about it though. I prayed about it, before I did it, and I think it was the right move for me.
So then talk to me a little bit about just committing to USF, and deciding to go there, because obviously you had a lot more options, but you decided to go to USF. Kind of talk to me about that as well as, because you did have some trials and tribulations even to go there at first too. You
Yeah.
had so talk to us a little bit about that and then why you decided to go to USF.
Okay. So USF or USM?
US. I'm tripping. Me. USM. My bad. Southern Miss.
You're good. Yeah. So USM. It's actually funny. I think it was like maybe a week before signing day.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they were calling me. Like, I mean, I already had got the offer in spring, but they were calling me every single day. Like, man, we want you to come here. They had a guy named by Quez Watkins. He went to the Legos. He's in the league right now, plays for the Eagles. They wanted me to come in and replace him. Because I was a speedster. They actually was telling me that I could actually probably be better than him, to be honest. But sometimes coaches just be coaches, so you know how that goes. But anyways, yeah, man, I really fell in love with USM. And I took the visit there, and it was just like home. It was like New Jersey to me. The roads, the trees, everything. It was just the air. Everything was good there. I loved it. It was great energy. Southern Miss has a history of being the underdog, but beating the big teams. Beating Alabama, beating those type of teams. So,
Mm-hmm.
I've always been an underdog in my life, so I took it a little bit personal more than other people would.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, if I go here, and make a name for myself, make my own legacy, instead of being in someone else's shadow, then I'm gonna do what I got to do. I don't,
Okay.
I don't, I don't like to compare myself to anybody. Any other players. My name's Daquan Bailey Brown, so that's who I play like. I don't play like anybody else. So I
Yeah.
think I'm a different breed. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, USM, it was amazing, but there was a lot. There's been a lot of trials and tribulations though. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of them. I get there in the summer. I'm late. I get there real late, like August 1st. Everyone's already there, learning their plays. And I'm in the process of being eligible to play or not. And man, it was tough because I'm sitting here like, God, not again. Like, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I was out of football. don't take it from me again. You know, so I went through all these trials, man. Like I had to hire a lawyer, I had to do so much things, you know, to try to become eligible again. And you know, I wasn't eligible at the end of the day, you know. But it's funny because, you know, COVID happens, and then now everyone has a free year. So the year doesn't even count to anyone. So, you know, me being me, I was really upset at first, but then I thought about it. I was like, well, why would this happen? It's like something always happens good for me in a way.
Yeah.
Now, the whole season doesn't count. So now instead of having 2 years, I got 3 years to play. You know what I'm saying? And make my dreams come true. So, you know, I'm real sad, but, you know, I continue working hard. I'm on the scout team. I'm scoring touchdowns. I'm doing my thing. And the coaches is realizing, like, man, if this dude was eligible, he'd make a big difference, you know. And it was hard though, Josh. I ain't gonna lie, because, you know, it really tested my faith to let me know, like, is this for me? Like, because this happened. This is the second time, another year.
Sure.
I'm 6 years old, and I want to go play in the NFL. And usually people get there by like 20, 21. You know, I'm looking to go there when I'm 23, maybe, or 20, even 22. Doesn't matter. But yeah, you know, it was tough. But, you know, I kept my head down. I worked. You know, now I'm eligible. You know, and that was smoke for everybody, because I can't lie to you. I got a lot of fire in my chest right now for this.
For sure. Well, look, man, if you're watching this, you know, this, like I said before, this whole interview is literally so you guys could understand, you know, a little more about Daquan and what he went through. Because like I said before, man, like y'all see all the highlights and all that, but like y'all don't really know like what this man has been through, you know. And a lot of people would have given up. A lot of people would have quit. A lot of people would just say, look, this ain't for me, you know. And I think it's really a testament to his faith, you know, the fact that, you know, he continues to trust God and trust that, you know, he's going to accomplish everything that he wants to accomplish, you know, and he never gave up. So my last thing for you, Daquan, is what would you tell to like another aspiring athlete, you know, that's going through something right now, and, you know, mentally they're not sure if this is for them anymore? You know, what would you tell them? What advice would you give them?
Well, first and foremost, give it to God. You know what I'm saying? You know, we tend to look at other different things at the time, but one thing about our guys is a jealous God. He wants to be in front of everything. So we got to put God first in every aspect. Secondly, put in that work. Like, put in the work. Because like I said, the eye in the sky, he see everything. So if you working and you being patient, God's going to bless you. But you got to understand it's on his time and not your time. And that's like one thing that people don't get. It's not on your time. We're not on our own time. We on God's time. You feel me? And God's going to bless us, but you got to be patient. And third, bro, just treat yourself right. You know, love yourself. You feel me? Before you love anything else. You know, love you before you love anything else. Because at the end of the day, you only got you. You know what I'm saying? You know, they say blood thicker than water, but you know your own family could do you wrong too. You know what I'm saying? That's just real spill. You know, people ain't gonna want to hear that, but that's the truth. So love yourself before you think about loving anybody else and doing anything else. You know what I'm saying? And surround yourself around good people of energy. And Josh is my best friend, and both of us, we love God, we love the work, and that's why our relationship is brothers is so good. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we're still becoming successful every single day, because we're surrounding ourselves around people. Don't think you go to the league or you want to go to the Olympics or something like that, being around people that smoke every day, drink every day, ain't got nothing going forward for them. But surround yourself around people that are positivity, people that want to be something in life, more than just where they're at right now, but progressing as a person. And then after that, man, everything gonna take care of itself. Feel me? Just go hard, man. Go hard for God. Go hard for yourself. Go hard for your family, bro. Everything will be taken care of. That's all.
Hey, man, I truly do appreciate you taking the time out your day to come here and do this interview for me. Everyone, I'm gonna, you know, tag Daquan in this, you know, go show him some love. Thank you guys again for tuning in to another episode. You know, I know I haven't really been doing a lot of interviews or podcasts lately, you know, been dealing with school and a lot of stuff, but, you know, I'm back on it now. But thank you. Go show some love to this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. We out.
Okay.